Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The diagnostic trouble code, DTC B1234, specifically referred to as the short in the air mix control motor circuit for the driver's zone, indicates a malfunction that requires attention. In a modern Honda Accord, this DTC suggests that the climate control unit detected an issue with the input voltage from the air mix control motor, which is critical for regulating temperature. This component alleviates the precise air temperature needed for the driver's side via a motorized assembly. If the vehicle system determines that the input voltage is below its specified threshold, it activates DTC B1234 to alert the technician of the potential malfunction. This guide will provide a systematic approach to diagnose and fix the issue pertaining to this fault. A correct understanding of the components involved will facilitate efficient troubleshooting and rectification, ensuring optimal climate control functionality in the vehicle. DTC B1234 signifies that there is a short circuit in the air mix control motor circuit, specifically affecting the driver's side. The air mix control motor is responsible for adjusting air temperature produced by the climate control system in response to input from the vehicle's environment sensors. Located near the climate control unit, this motor plays an essential role in providing the right temperature as configured by the driver. The climate control unit continuously monitors the motor's input voltage. An automatic recorded drop in this voltage indicates to the unit that an abnormal condition has arisen. This malfunction can lead to an inadequate climate response, compromising comfort within the vehicle. The component must be tested relative to other associated parts to confirm whether it's the primary culprit or a consequence of another failure elsewhere in the circuit. Several factors may lead to the emergence of DTC B1234. Beginning with a potential short circuit in the wiring associated with the air mix control motor. A short can disrupt the flow of voltage to the motor, causing it to function inadequately or not at all. Another possible cause is a malfunctioning air mix control motor itself. If the motor is defective, it will fail to relay the correct voltage back to the climate control unit, prompting the DTC. Additionally, there may be an issue with the climate control unit, which could be failing to interpret the signals from the air mix control motor accurately. If other short-circuit DTCs are present, this might point to a more widespread problem in the S5V circuit. Identifying these causes is essential for effectively resolving the temperature control issues indicated by this DTC. When DTC B1234 is triggered, several symptoms may manifest, primarily involving inadequate temperature regulation within the cabin of the vehicle. Drivers may notice that the climate control system is no longer effectively managing the airflow temperature as per their settings, leading to discomfort. The heating or air conditioning might operate sporadically or fail to engage altogether. Moreover, the HVAC system performance may be erratic, responding inaccurately to adjustments made by the driver. Repeated activation of the DTC could illuminate the dashboard warning light, signaling an internal error within the air mix control system and demanding attention to restore its functionality. Therefore, recognizing these symptoms ensures timely troubleshooting and repair of the climate control system to maintain passenger comfort and safety. Initial troubleshooting for DTC B1234 begins with setting the vehicle ignition to the on mode. This allows for the necessary electrical systems to power up, preparing the various components for the inspection procedures. The air mix control motor connector must first be disconnected, ensuring that any testing measures undertaken do not inadvertently affect the readings. Check the voltage output from the climate control unit to the air mix control motor. Under normal conditions, the expectation is to obtain a reading of approximately 5 volts. If the output deviates markedly from this value, a further examination of the control motor and its associated circuits is warranted. This preliminary step lays the groundwork for accurate diagnostics by pinpointing the source of the issue. In the second step of troubleshooting DTC B1234, attention shifts to the S5V circuit, which provides power to the air mix control motor. This inspection involves disconnection of both the air mix control motor and climate control unit connectors for a comprehensive analysis. Testing for an open wire requires verifying that resistance in the S5V circuit is less than 1 ohm when the ignition is off. If the measurements indicate resistance exceeding this threshold, it signals an issue within the wiring, necessitating repairs. Next, check for short circuits to ground, ensuring that the AMD PDR circuit remains unscathed and registering more than 1 mega-ohm resistance. This step is vital to confirming the integrity of the circuits supporting the air mix control motor. The third troubleshooting step involves monitoring the climate control unit, ensuring that it properly receives and processes inputs from the air mix control motor. To do this, reconnect the climate control unit while leaving the air mix control motor disconnected. Then turn the ignition to the on position. An internal circuit inspection needs to yield approximately 5 volts during this phase. If abnormal voltage is detected, it implies that the climate control unit itself is malfunctioning, thereby failing to facilitate proper climate control adjustments. Should any issues arise during this testing, the climate control unit may need to be examined or replaced altogether. This step assesses whether the core command module is working efficiently to manage the air mix control functions as intended. Upon completing the troubleshooting process for DTC B1234, the final verification phase is essential. Begin by clearing the diagnostic trouble code from the vehicle system, ensuring that any stored error information is reset. Subsequently, it is crucial to test the functionality of the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning (HVAC) system. The system should perform effectively and reliably, reflecting appropriate temperature adjustments based on driver input. It is advisable to conduct a test drive to ensure that no further symptoms occur. Continuous monitoring for the reoccurrence of DTC B1234 or any related codes will help confirm that the repair was indeed successful and that the climate control system remains operational without error. To minimize the risk of encountering DTC B1234 in the future, certain preventive maintenance practices should be adopted. Regular checks on the air mix control motor can help identify issues before they lead to larger, more debilitating failures. It's also critical to inspect the accompanying wiring periodically for any visual signs of wear, corrosion, or damage that may impede proper electrical flow. Additionally, routine maintenance of the climate control unit ensures that it remains responsive and fully operational throughout its lifespan. Keeping the coolant system adequately serviced will also help the overall effectiveness of temperature control systems. By implementing these best practices, vehicle owners can help sustain high performance levels of their Honda Accord's climate control features and avoid unexpected breakdowns. In review, troubleshooting DTC B1234 entails a comprehensive understanding of the roles and locations of critical components such as the air mix control motor and climate control unit. A systematic approach is necessary to identify whether the fault lies with the motor, the wiring, or the control unit itself. Each step of the troubleshooting process should be approached methodically, ensuring that all tests are conducted with precision to arrive at the accurate diagnosis. Consistent monitoring post-repair is advisable to safeguard against reoccurrences of the issue. By following these laid-out procedures diligently, Ensuring complete testing and verification, one can effectively address the malfunction and restore the climate control systems to their optimal functioning state, thus enhancing overall driving comfort. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.